Hello, everybody. We are now 100% completely ready for Road Redemption with Twan. Go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everyone. This is Twan. How's it going, everybody? I'm be running Road Redemption, Campaign Plus, any percent. I asked just before we went live to make sure I knew who it was I was going to be playing with. I heard it was Shovel Knight. Just making sure one last time it is 100% Shovel Knight before I go ahead and select my rider here.
Yep, it is.
All right,
Shovel Knight.
It's Shovel Knight. So before we get going, I'll just mention really quickly. Just each character has different characteristics. John Spartan, one of the characters, is guns only, Halo, that kind of deal. Santa Claus has a candy cane that does like infinite damage with each attack, quite easy. And Shovel Knight has a shovel that powers up with each kill you get with only with the shovel. Has a little bit of extra armor but less health. Can't use guns, which is really bad for this run. And crash damage is up quite a bit. So it's a little bit more of a stressful one than the other two, but I can make it work. So I'm ready to go. I'll count you down because time starts just as soon as I skip this screen right here. So time will we'll start the time in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So Road Redemption, as has probably been mentioned, I believe just earlier, right before this run, is a kind of a spiritual successor to Road Rash. Road Rage, I think, is a recent combat biking game, racing game that's similar as well. There's basically just some courses that you go through. In Campaign Plus, they're a little bit more difficult and randomized. There's kind of a story mode if you play through the normal campaign, but they're randomized here, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense if you're just like trying to follow the story. There's like different like biker gangs that you're supposed to like progress through as you're trying to track down this assassin. But here they're just all kind of scrambled and doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm probably going to be quite conservative with how I play with Shovel Knight here, and I can just reset if I do something like that and fall off the track, because he has a lot less damage. Shovel Knight does, or takes a lot more damage on crashes. So I'm probably not going to engage too much with my opponents unless I have to. There are different objectives with each course that I'm running. This one is just that it's a time, like a time trial. I just have to finish in a certain amount of time, so I'm just kind of taking my time here. I am on a bike that has infinite nitro and max stats altogether, but because I take damage, or because I wreck, because when I wreck I take so much damage, I'm taking it very easy so that I don't lose a lot of health. The game is over if I just run out of health. So I'm just kind of taking it easy so that I don't endanger myself. Let's see. Max health is definitely what I want here. It's these right here. With the objective is any sort of enemy takedown with Shovel Knight, it can get stressful very quickly. So I'm probably actually going to be kind of quiet here for this takedown. It's also kind of difficult to do commentary and ride on a bike going at max speed. So it's probably in my best interest that I be very focused here for this part, because I just have to take down this one boss, but they can do a lot of damage. And I'm in a large group of folks. Actually, I can use explosives, so I may just go ahead and do that. Get out of my way. I'm very scared of these people. Okay. Wrong person. Hopefully it'll get some residual damage there. Yeah, that kind of worked. Oh no, stop. Alright. Cleared out a little bit, maybe I can get this kill. I can also use a kick to kind of clear out the way. It's not going to do a lot of damage to the boss, but if I need to get some of these other enemies out of the way, it's very helpful. Ooh, okay, let me take a step back. I also can't parry. There's a parry move that you can do. I can't parry if I'm holding an explosive, so it's kind of a a negative of trying to use an explosive here, but it does a lot more damage. Okay, there we go. Getting there. Alright. Now I have to use my shovel. Nope. Just let him go. Oh, got killed by the car. That's amazing. Alright. That's one of the 3 stressful courses, so we got through that. Any health? Recover. Oh, recover 50. That's what I want. Recover 20. Anything health-wise, I'm going to pick that up. These, where it's just a race, a lot more casual, a lot less concerning. So I'm just going to take it easy. I might try to get a couple cheap kills here and there because kills slightly replenish my health and stamina. And I'm going to be pretty much the whole time focusing on recovering my health if I lose a lot during any of the killing enemy objectives. The final boss in particular is very stressful. But yeah, this is pretty much what Road Redemption is. Just a handful of levels with 3 or 4 interchanging objectives. Sometimes I go too fast. This bike is way faster than every other bike in the game, just to give you an idea, just to show you how fast I go. Because of that crash damage, I've got to be... I can show it off a little bit, but I don't want to wreck too many times. But yeah, I kind of grabbed this game on a whim. I saw it when it came... I think it was in early access. Whew, I think was in early access for a long time. But I loved playing Road Rash on the Genesis and I think the 64 version as well. I played a lot of, and picked this up. I think it was pretty cheap when I got it, probably on sale, and it's a fun game. I thought, why not try to speedrun it? And here I am. Jeff, if you got anything you'd like to say, you're, more than welcome to jump in for any reason. For the most part, I've pretty much covered all the things that are important for this run, just talking about how each stage works and what the character does and the bike and all of that. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, absolutely. I would cut in if we had any donations to read.
Yeah.
Looking at you guys in the Twitch chat.
Well, I mean, if you want to ask anything about the run for any reason, anything along those lines, I'm not, I don't care one way or, I often have folks that don't have a clue as to what I'm doing in the run, do commentary for my runs, because it makes my commentary a little bit more interesting sometimes, getting some questions from someone that isn't familiar with the run.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what's happening, but in a good way. Where it's yeah, that's definitely just Shovel Knight on a bike.
Yeah.
Not questioning it.
This is another boss. This is one of the second of 3 bosses. So this one, he's the easiest of the bosses, this Reaper leader. So I'm hoping I won't have as much of an issue as I did with that first boss. He's actually the second boss, but because everything's mixed up, oh no, they're all bunched up together. Get out of here. Sometimes the first boss comes second. The last boss always comes last because it's guaranteed to be the last stage. But this leader has less health, but it's still scary, especially when I'm around 5 or 6 of these these bikers. I have to just kind of bail and get out of the way and let them kind of disperse a little bit before I jump back in and try to get a kill, because I can die very, very quickly if I'm not careful. Get out of the way. Oh no. If I see a weapon in the air, if they raise a weapon, I'm just bailing because it's frightening. Alright. Come on. I got a chance here. Let's finish it. Alright, one more. And you'll see I like swing away from them whenever I get a hit, because I know they're about to wind up and hit me, so it just makes it a little bit safer for me to get out of there without taking too much damage. Health gain is really good. So yeah, in between each course, I can use some money that I've gained to buy some upgrades. If I was a different character, I would maybe be focusing on ammo or damage, but because Shovel Knight is a very stressful run, I I focus on health just to make sure I make it out make it through in one piece. Also, this is easily, of the many speedruns that I've done, of the different kinds of games that I run, this one's probably the hardest one for me to like interact with chat. So I apologize for that, but as you might guess, going absurdly fast on a bike and looking away from the screen for like, you know, a quarter of a second is not always easy. Yeah, also these courses are randomized too, so in terms of like memorizing the track, there's some degree of memorization I can apply, because it's not completely random, but it's also kind of easy to forget when a turn's about to happen, or when a car's gonna appear over the crest of the road and destroy you. Oh no! Also, if you go too fast and hit someone, something like that might happen. Because I've got because I have the fastest bike in the game, I usually just reserve my nitro for when I wreck. That was scary, don't know how I... Also have jump jets, for when I wreck, so that I can get back to my top speed relatively quickly. And if I use my nitrous at the wrong time, that pretty much defeats the purpose of the nitrous, because I'll be a mile off the side of the road and having to reset anyway. Yeah, it takes very little on the golden jet to fly. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, it said on the side of the character that crash damage is 200%. So crashing takes away a certain, I don't even know like what the amount of health is, but there's like I don't know if it's like 10 or 15 health, but basically with Shovel Knight it's, alright, well now it's 30. So I can only wreck so many times. And it's not hard at all to finish first in these races, because you just go way too fast on the golden jet. Alright, health. Recover 30 health, love that. That's all. Alright, so here's another objective that will be a little stressful, because this is takedown. I have to kill 5 before I finish. It's not the end of the run if I don't finish, but I take a pretty big penalty. But it's not the... Oh, that's not good. Okay, I got it. Alright, just take it one at a time. The fewer of these I get, because these are randomized, the fewer of these I get, the better. Oh no. Oh, lots of parrying. I'm just mashing A on my controller because that's the parry button, because I do not want to take damage there. Alright. As you might expect, guns... Oh, wow, I've never just like stopped when I've hit a car. Guns makes the enemy killing objectives a lot more trivial. So John Spartan, for example, I could blow through these very quickly. But oh my gosh, why are there so many of you? I'm just gonna let y'all do your thing. Yeah, clear everyone out, dude. You know, kill yourselves, everyone. Just take everyone else out. I mean, and let it give me some room to get in here, and I can keep you off. There we go. Great. Am I gonna get credit for a kill there? Come on. Yeah, it's also helpful to kind of move out of the way and let them kind of take each other out, so I can so I can finish the deal with whoever's got a target above their heads. Okay, so in that case I wasn't able to finish. It's not a huge deal. Again, I just take a penalty. I lose 40% max health, which I've kind of resigned myself to taking in this run. I don't see any health, so that's not great, but it's fine. But I would rather run that course, let them escape. Oh, also sometimes folks have stun guns, and that's not good. Let me just power through there real quick. I don't remember what I was saying. I would rather finish that course and take the penalty than get really aggressive and get hit like a million times and die. It can take like 2 seconds of being in a group of like 5 or 6 bikers, like right there, and that can be the end of the run. So I would rather just play it quite safe and make it through. Yeah, Santa. The big thing about Santa Claus is you can only use Santa's candy cane, so you can't even use explosives or anything, so that's kind of a negative. But Santa's candy cane literally one-shots any character, including the bosses have a shield, so you have to get rid of the shield first, but in that case it'd be two-shotting. And because it's just like max damage, it's also quite easy with Santa. But you can't take out anyone but the bosses with Santa. You'll I guess it's supposed to be like a naughty or nice type deal with Santa. If you're naughty if you kill anyone other than the bosses, and you take like a health penalty each time you kill someone that isn't a boss. So that's kind of the negative of using Santa. But it's for the purposes of like just trying to speed through the level. It's not a big deal. In fact, it's fantastic. I tried to jump jet over that. It works out quite well because at that point all you have to kill are the bosses, so not a problem. The rooftops can be a little stressful because there's a lot of spots where you can just fall through the gaps between the buildings. Usually not quite as much of a deal on the Golden Jet because you're going so fast that you usually just fly over those gaps, but it's just easy to use the nitrous and kind of fall off the edge as well. Health. Oh, I don't have enough of that. Okay, that's fine. Alright, race. A little easier. This is also a good opportunity for me to pick up some explosives, because explosives are going to make the final boss a little bit easier. I'm very happy with the run so far, even though it's a little on the slow side, but it's by default, by default gonna have to be slow as Shovel Knight. But I've gotten through the first 2 bosses pretty quickly, or without too much of without much stress. And that's really the part that scares me, is getting past the bosses without getting hit in the head over and over and losing the run. And you can see on the road there's these little yellow icons. Those are just items I can pick up. Think, Mario Kart, for example. It just either adds ammo or adds a new weapon depending on what I pick up. But there are like actual guns that are in some of those yellow icons. I think it was like in some sort of like assault rifle or something that I passed over just a second ago, whatever kind of gun it is. Wow. That fan just total disrespect went right into me. What was I saying? Oh, but when you're Shovel Knight, you can run right through those. In that case, I picked it up because it was an explosive, and Shovel Knight can still use explosives. But with guns, there's a handgun, shotgun, assault rifle, none of those. If I run over it, just nothing happens, which is unfortunate, but such is the life of Shovel Knight. Yeah. So far, not too bad. Okay, that was a little scary. If I even look like I'm just going to fly off the course, I go ahead and reset. That saves me a little bit of time instead of waiting like 3 or 4 seconds to have the death animation and for it to reset me. Trying to go fast. I think that's a speed strat. Take a little bit of a health hit, but I'm not too concerned right now. My health bar is pretty much full. Ugh. Excuse me, van. Okay. So far, so good. Health. Max health, love that. Anything else? Yeah, we're at max health, so we're at that point. We only need to add more to our max health. No need to get health that we don't need to get. There's one thing that I have not seen yet, and probably I'm invoking it by bringing it up, but I don't think I've ever done a run of this game where it hasn't shown up at least one time, so I don't think I'm jinxing it. There's an element that's randomly added to certain levels. I think they're only races. I don't think I've ever seen it in any of the like kill enemy objectives. And that is, if you see a level start, oh, I hit the jump just there. I was afraid I was gonna fall between the gap. If you see hallucinogenic chemical zone pop up at the beginning of a level in big green text, that's probably the most stressful outside of just having to take out enemies when you're playing a Shovel Knight. Hallucinogenic chemical zone, whenever you're doing the race or whatever the objective is for that course, there's just vehicles that are raining from the sky, so on top of having to take out enemies or race or what have you, there's also just literal vehicles just all over the place falling out of the sky, and I have to avoid those. They're usually falling like just ahead of my path, roughly, so I have to kind of make sure I'm avoiding these vans, trucks, cars that are just like raining down, while also trying to avoid getting hit in the head with a baseball bat or whatever the enemies have. Sledgehammers, stun guns. There's also some enemies with actual guns that shoot, but I don't want to get stuck in that corner. I've not seen any of those folks yet. No! Okay, good. Just barely missed that guy. Okay. I think that with that I've covered just about everything. Forgot about the chemical zone ones. Health. No max health ones. We'll just skip. Alright, here we go. Here's another taking out targets. Let's see if I can actually do these. The dodges. That's good. These vehicles are easy to take out, but I'm gonna have to use my explosives, which I don't love. But if I'm gonna not take the penalty, it's probably gonna be because I'm taking out these vehicles, because they're just simpler. It's not as much of a headache. Come on! I'm going too fast. Come here. How slow do I have to go? Two. Now I'm out of C4. It's also a little simpler to just kick them off the track and hope that they hit some piece of the environment and die. This is a recipe for bad news. I'm just gonna hit the brakes. Alright, where's that other car? We're only halfway through the course, we can do this. Come here! Okay, great. Oh good, we got some residual damage there that finished it for me. Got 2 kills in 1, let's see. Max health, recover. Oh, revive with, you know what? That could be very useful. I have pretty much never used that one, but because this is the most stressful run I can do of the ones that I submitted for for the bid war, what I just thought there is that I basically have a 1-up, so if I die I can reset that one level and keep going. So that could come in. It's very expensive, but it could come in very handy and save me. The music's pretty nice for this game. It's got some nice sort of, I don't know if I'd call it metal music, but it's whatever genre of music it is, sort of some heavy rock. It kind of matches the vibe of the game. There's also often some commentary, like your gang leader will like comment on certain things you're doing. I have that either turned off or minimized quite a bit because the language can be quite coarse, and I just wanted to err on the side of caution and turn that down. Nothing like ultra bad or anything, but just as you might expect from a biker game, not the best etiquette in the world when it comes to how they speak. So I just turned that down. I don't need no max health. Just keep going. As you can see, they're kind of speedrun friendly, or at least try to be, because there's a speedrun timer down on the left. Capital S, capital R, speedrun. So for timing purposes, you know, for like the speedrun.com leaderboard, we would use just the speedrun timer. I believe it's pretty accurate, and even if it's not accurate, it's consistent, so that, you know, it still makes it good to use as long as the timer is consistent. It's not too big of a concern. And it doesn't account for the in-between level things where I'm like selecting any upgrades. I tried to factor that in with the estimate. I would guess this is probably gonna be maybe 35 in-game. Right into that. We'll see. It's kind of hard to guess what the speedrun timer is going to be for Shovel Knight because there's a lot of variability in how much time it takes to take out enemies with Santa, with your just default character, with all these other characters. I can get through the bosses very quickly, so I can kind of reliably estimate how long it's going to take them out. But the final boss, for example, where it's going to be extremely serious time, that one could take a minute. So, but should still be able to get through it. There's also some shortcuts. I am typically not taking them because I go so fast that it's easy to miss them and just have to reset and take some crash damage. That one went well though. But yeah, I tend to just stay on course. I go so fast that the shortcuts don't tend to help that much. Just to give you an idea of how fast I can go. Gotta be careful though. Any curve I'm just done for. Alright. Okay. There's a set number. I always forget the number, and even if I did remember the number of courses, I lose track of how many I've done pretty quickly. Come on, no max health. Alright. Enemy takedown. I'm debating whether I want to just do this or finish the run and just do the course and take the penalty, because I definitely want to have explosives for the final boss, and I don't want to use them up on these vehicles. The final boss is going to be, oh no, it's going to be very stressful if if I try to do it with only a shovel. I think I may just take the health hit and collect some explosives on this course, so I'm loaded up for the final boss. Oh, thank you, Koi. So this is permadeath, as I've mentioned. If I run out of health, I'm done for. I now have someone to blame if that happens, regardless of whether it's your fault or not, Koi. My good friend Koi Poro. No, I love you, Koi. Koi's well aware of how this game goes, and you actually made a good point. I appreciate you for actually making that absurd comment. So, oh, there it is. There's me blaming Koi, taking some damage. You know what? I'm just gonna sit back. So there's an interesting thing you can do in this game. You can, I think it's for like $5 on Steam, you can pay to have a name added to the game as like one of the NPCs. So you're noticing if I'm like doing damage to someone, there's like maybe a gang name and like an actual name, or like officer or whatever. That's I'm sure it's not all of them because they obviously had to have some names to start out with, but you can certainly, I think it's like $5 on Steam. Just like, I don't know how you actually do it, like how you submit the name, but you can have a name added for like one of the officers or one of the gang leaders, or not leaders, but one of the gang members. So you'll see some weird names. There's like Officer Gun and what are some other ones? Koi said one of them. So if you're like, what in the world is Koi talking about? That's just one of the names. And then some of them are just very normal names. You can actually look behind you using the mirror, but that is certainly something. Upgrade my sword. Something I'm not gonna do for this run. Max health. Any max health. Oh my god. Oh, I don't want that. You know what? I'm gonna spend. I got a lot of money. Okay, so now I have 126 health instead of 100, and I think it was like closer to 200 earlier. Not loving that I'm not getting too many increased max health options, because those are helpful for Shovel Knight. I had a few at the beginning of the run, but nope. All y'all stay away. Stay away from me. Let me just ride my bike in peace. Oh no. I always fall off the track there. It always surprises me. It's not really a curve there, it just kind of lowers in elevation, and if you're going too fast, you just fly right off the course. Very rarely do I actually make it through that little downturn there, going into the valley. Nope, get away from me. There's like 3 biomes / gang territories that you go through. This one that you're seeing right here is sort of the desert. If you see like a deserty background, those are all like the first gang leaders area, the Reapers. The very first boss that I beat is like a cyborg biker gang, and that's in like a snowy biome. Nope, I'm just gonna let you pass me. And then the third one, any of the like the more urban area, it looks like a sort of a decayed city. That's the third sort of biome / gang territory that you go through. And the final boss will always be in that third biome, which is a little tougher. I usually wreck the most in that area because there's a lot of environmental debris and buildings really close to the road and sort of gates that are like intersecting the road, so it makes it very hard to navigate it. I gotta stay right on the road, or else if I run off the road even a little bit, I'm running into something and falling off the bike. Every time I see Koi's name pop up, I look down, it's a question that is a meme, and I immediately regret looking at it because I almost went off the road. The answer, Koi, is... Hold on. The answer is, I can't even think of a meme answer. I think you know the answer. Yes. But I'm staying far away from the people with an axe. I Twitch streamed my... Oh no. Hit a little bump and threw me off. I Twitch streamed my very first playthrough of this game. Thank you. I'm known for my high intelligence in speedrunning. I think you know that. Yeah, I Twitch streamed this when I first played it, and I didn't realize the kinds of weapons that everyone would have, and I was just kind of, looking at chat, being a little bit more casual with my run. And then all of a sudden, some giant guy on like a 3-wheeled motorcycle pulls out an axe, and I literally just like scream out, "Oh my god, he has an axe!" And now that's a clip that I won't live down. And of course I die. I think it wasn't even the axe that had me fall off the bike. I'm pretty sure I ran into like oh, hello, wood. Logs. Forgot that is the thing that happens sometimes. Oh yeah, I slammed into a metal beam, thank you. I don't know why I keep tempting fate by by looking at chat, but that one didn't do anything to me. Oh. Sorry, yeah, that's my fault. I was on the wrong side of the road. Sorry, Jeep. Nope. Oh. Officer Nate. So I also speedrun Uncharted. Sorry, Officer Nate. All of the characters from the other games I speedrun just appear, and I have to kick them off the course. Don't go too fast, I won't fall off the side here. Get the gas since I see the end in sight. Good. Health. I guess I can recover. We could be close to the final boss. Crit damage. Another convoy. I really don't want to take another health hit. But I don't want to use my explosives. I think I'm gonna have to take the health hit. If the run just ends and we have to mercy kill the run because I get killed by the final boss, that's fine. That's life. That's never happened before, but it's looking pretty precarious right now. If I'm sitting at 100, a little over 100 health, max health. But these folks have armor, so they're even more difficult to kill without a gun. So it's probably a very bad idea for me to try to engage with these enemies. So I will take the penalty and live to bike another day. Yeah, in the actual like campaign plus any % speed run, you're certainly not using Shovel Knight. Yeah, these levels are like the ones you get excited about seeing because you can just wipe these enemies out very quickly with like an RPG or even like a shotgun or explosives, but they just are very limited in the weapons that we can use, so... Oh, just really missed that. And so, it's a lot more stressful. Dang, I said 35 IGT, I was off on that. We're not even at the final boss yet. Okay. The other runs I've done with Shovel Knight have come... Oh, no! Jump jet, not quite enough. We've come under that estimate that I've provided. Surely, if I'm at 32 now, I'm gonna guess that the very next level is gonna be the final boss. I'm hoping. Wait, was that? Oh, I was gonna say, I thought that was the end. I thought I passed the flag. I like started slowing down, but I didn't. It didn't. Wait, objective complete? I didn't take out anyone. I don't know what just happened. That's never happened before. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna take it because that means I don't take any any health. Attack damage. I'm absolutely gonna go with that. Yep, here we are. Final boss. Okay, this is very much serious time. Yeah, maybe they all. Well, it said 0 out of 6. Okay, I'm gonna focus. I cannot do anything but focus here because this guy is gonna take some work to get through this. And I also have a time limit if I reach the end. Oh, that did half my health. Speed gaming, speed running. I love it. Okay. Dynamite, I haven't used one of these yet. Oh, I actually hit him! Awesome, okay. You have to time these really well in order to do damage with the... Oh, this is stressful. This is very stressful. Okay, let me get ahead a little bit. Okay, sorry Dominique Mitchell, I didn't mean to hurt you. I was looking for the assassin. That was very much a name that was submitted on Steam. Okay, come on, we gotta get the assassin. I let that one go way too early. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, stress! Too many people. Yo, I see a raid. Thank you for the raid. That was close. That one I held on for too long. Where is the assassin? Where is the assassin? We're looking for the assassin. There you are. Wow, I can't even... Okay, well... Just get stuck on the wall, I guess. Yeah, I can't even do any, like, kick damage on the final boss. They're just, like, immune to knockback. Okay, where are they? I think they're still behind me. There they are. Come on. I must have done damage. Usually, the assassin doesn't respond unless you do damage. No, no, oh! No, let's just get ahead. That's stress. We're getting close to the end. I don't think I'm gonna get the kill. Okay, oh, we're getting so close. Okay, I'm just gonna try and get a kill with the shovel. Oh no! Breaks. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, this is gonna be such a big deal if I can get this kill. Sorry, Robinson. Oh, thank you. That was actually very helpful. I don't think I'm gonna get the kill, unfortunately. Oh, I wish I had more C4. Oh no! Oh! Wait! Why did it give me... Oh, it's because I have the 1-up. Oh, that should have been the end of the run. I'm so glad I got that 1-up. We're gonna have to restart, I'm pretty sure. Just this course. I don't think I've got enough left in me to get the kill here. Oh! Oh no. Yeah, the target escaped. So we gotta restart. Oh. Yeah, Shovel Knight, not easy. And now it's even less easy because I don't have any explosives to work with. So, let's try it again. As I run into a pole. I do have a leveled up sword. I don't know if the sword's gonna do much damage because sword doesn't do much against armor. I'm gonna be honest, there's a high likelihood that I'm dying and I won't be able to finish the run because I have just... Wow! Wow! Before I can even finish the sentence, I get decapitated with one hit by the final boss. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing I can do. I think we can say that that's the end of the run because now I would have to start all the way over from the beginning. So that, I can say it. I can say the phrase. That's never happened before. But that's why I was being so nervous about the whole thing because it takes literally nothing for me to just take one hit and it just, all of it's over. I had like, what, maybe a quarter of that assassin's health at the end when I wasn't able to finish that first time around. So I was pretty close. Just to give you a little bit of an idea. So that was the final boss in the Campaign Plus. After the final boss, there's like an escape sequence, and that takes another like 2 or 3 minutes. Then there's like credits you can skip, and then after that, there's like a special little course that you run. It's basically like a parody of Rainbow Road. So you're like on a bike on this giant rainbow in the sky, and some silly music is playing, and then the time would be whenever I would finish that. But Shovel Knight is not easy, and I gave it a good go. But and I'm glad I was able to make it to the final boss because y'all at least got to see a pretty heavy percentage of the run. With Santa and with John Spartan, it's a little bit easier. Santa's very easy. John Spartan's a little hard because his gun's not great. It's like a low-powered gun that you have infinite ammo for. But I don't know why I wouldn't be able to get through that. But Shovel Knight, the donations were to stress me out a lot, and I am happy to take on the stress. It's a good challenge. Trying to get through with Shovel Knight, but yeah, it can all end very quickly. So thank you for letting me run Shovel Knight, but sadly it must end this way.
Yeah, unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is.
It's a fun game. I certainly suggest, you know, if you like Road Rage or Road Rash, Road Rage, give it a try. It's a fun game. A lot of different modes to play. I'm not. I've had to mercy kill a run before. I'm not concerned about this. So as long as y'all are happy with the experience, I'm happy.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed what you showed us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.